We're heading to the New Zoo this morning.
Neil Anderson joins us with a look at some ducks. Hi, Neil.
Well, good morning, guys. We're over in our North American aviary and we're talking about sleep. Okay, so now, we talked about the lions and giraffes. Now let's take a look at waterfowl, birds in general. Do they sleep? Sure, they sleep. But here's what's interesting. The old terms, you get your ducks in a row. Well, that's exactly what ducks do. When they sleep, what they're going to do is they're going to sleep in rows. Now here's what's interesting. The ducks that are on the outside of the row, okay, they sleep and they only sleep half a brain, okay? So if they have their right eye closed, that means they're resting and sleeping their left half of their brain. You'd think it'd be the eye that's closed, that would be what would be sleeping, but no, it's just the opposite. And what they do is they keep that so they're semi-alert, so they're watching for predators. Well, what's interesting too is that the ducks that are in the middle of the line or in the middle of the group, what'll happen is they'll sleep and they'll go ahead and sleep both hemispheres of their brain. So they're getting the full sleep. Now, if you're on the edge, if they're disturbed, what will happen, they'll rotate out. So somebody will go out to the other side so that they're getting their sleep. And then you wonder, well, what side do they sleep more often? Well, what that has to do with is they'll position themselves to whatever side of the brain got more activity than during the day. Here's another interesting too, we were talking about the waterfowl and everything, but just marine mammals. You look at dolphins, whales, eared seals. They'll do the same thing. Now when you get into your dolphins and whales, they're voluntary breathers. So that means not like us, we've got involuntary breathing. What they do is they've got to actually consciously be thinking about taking a breath. So they do the same thing. They'll go ahead and only sleep, but one half the brain sleeping. So say you got an eared seal, what he's going to do is he's going to sleep the one half the brain, and that means the other side of the body, the flippers and everything, are going to be almost, they're not going to move. They're not going to go ahead and work. So that is the way that animals that live in an aquatic environment deal with it. Then, the one thing that's really neat too is when the seals come to land, then they can get the full rest with both sides of the brains. But animals in sleep is a fascinating subject. If you get a chance, look up some literature on it. Pretty darn cool information, and it's just, like I said, the research is going on and very, very interesting. One last thing, January and February, something new this year, half price admission. Weather's great, come on out and visit the zoo.